In a week of landmark birthdays, we meet 75 years and 5 days since it all began. Today, Formula One returns for its latest chapter, racing at a sporting crucible that has witnessed it all. The birth of rivalries in red, in white, defensive brilliance in blue, and the inescapable loss of an icon. Formula One history is woven into the fabric named for Enzo and Dino Ferrari, and it's time to make some more motor racing memories. We await the championship leader versus the world champion racing down to Tamburello, the first braking zone on this circuit that runs to 3 miles or 4.9 kilometers. After all the weekend chat about the C6 tyre, it is the C5 and the C4 that we expect to be running on the cars with a one-stop strategy today. Beyond the terracotta rooftops, we come to a racetrack that broke ground in 1950. It makes sense that we're racing here. One of the classics for round 7 of the World Championship in 2025. From the back to the front, Yuki Tsunoda will be finding himself on the pit lane, waiting for the green light at the end. Oliver Bearman, a lot of controversy there, but he's starting 19th on the grid. Esteban Ocon is 18th, Nico Hülkenberg P17 for Sauber. Franco Colapinto returns to Formula One, he's in 16th position. And then in Liam Lawson's car will line up P15, Gabriel Bortoleto is 14th. Local hero, Kimi Antonelli, missing Q3 for the first time since the opening round of the year. For the first time in Imola F1 history, there's no Ferrari in the top 10. Inexplicable. Pierre Gasly is in 10th position. Isaac Hadjar continues his strong one-lap pace with P9. Lance Stroll reached Q3 for the first time this season. Alexander Albon is hopeful that Williams have fixed a fuel leak. In P6, Carlos Sainz finds himself in the top 6 for the 3rd Grand Prix in a row. And welcome back to Fernando Alonso. 20 years on from when he won the Grand Prix here, he starts in the top 5, his best this season by miles. Lando Norris is 4th, disappointed with his one-lap pace again. George Russell used the medium to get to 3rd. And once again, it's Piastri next to Verstappen, but they have never lined up on the front row in this order with Piastri, the lead car. We go racing in 5 lights time. And the Grand Prix is underway. Good launch off the line for our pole sitter Oscar Piastri. And Verstappen roars around the outside to take the lead in spectacular fashion.
One of the incredible turn 1, lap 1 passes there from Verstappen. First of all, looked like Russell was going to have him. He had the better launch. Max said, no way, mate. And then went and took the race lead as well from under Oscar Piastri's nose. George was going to sneak past both of them, but actually has to just get out of it right there.
Piastri, what is he doing?
And this is getting very close between Charles Leclerc, and he gets through. Gasly off the racetrack, bouncing through the gravel. Gasly chose to try and hang on and paid the price. With Lando Norris up against George Russell. Now there's a lot of momentum, but again, no opportunities. Can he go around the outside and pinch to the apex first? He can! Another great overtake in this Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc is making his way through the traffic light a lot quicker for Lando Norris. Was a lot quicker for Lando Norris. Ocon in the Haas pulls over. The virtual safety car saves you 10 seconds on the price of your pit stop.
This is Toza, just listen. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? That's a full-on mechanical failure of the power unit.
Oh, they've got a massive margin to get this car serviced and out now for Red Bull. This will be the most comfortable pit stop they should have all season to retain a race lead under the VSC.
Lewis Hamilton looking for the move that he's been seeking all Grand Prix, and he powers past Kimi Antonelli. So he's got a great run in the slipstream. Hadjar checks in the left mirror, and who's there? He's Racing Hero, who's going by. Hamilton up to 5th position. Alex Albon hasn't been on the podium for 5 years, and Oscar Piastri takes that dream away. It's been a great campaign for Williams so far, but Albon not able to resist.
I got an issue. Okay, copy.
Well, the local hero will not see the checkered flag. He parks up on lap 46 of 63. Kimi Antonelli requires a full safety car.
Verstappen obviously has the free choice of pit stop, so does Norris. In they come.
Oscar Piastri is ahead of Lando Norris. Wait for the line. Oh, who got there? Who got there first? As he uses a lot of the curb, Max Verstappen takes us back to full racing speed. And Piastri unable to put any pressure on at all. He's in second. Change of position. And Lewis Hamilton sweeps on by. That wasn't much of a contest. That will give him encouragement. The McLarens are bound to go wheel to wheel. Round the outside of his teammate. Not much margin, but the move complete. And Norris is able to get by into second position. Alex Albon's got a great chance. Never higher than P5 in a Grand Prix this year. Trying to be careful. Around the outside and into the gravel. Albon rejoins and Lewis Hamilton will get by around the outside using the curb.
Let's join it on board with Albon, who was ahead coming into the corner.
That wasn't first.
How much will Charles Leclerc fight his teammate? Will not scrap it out. And Lewis Hamilton goes to P4 in a couple of laps.
Leclerc's been told to give back the position here to Albon.
And Alex Albon is able to get by. And Max Verstappen will return to the top step of the podium. 4 victories in a row at Imola. Max Verstappen wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. He beats Lando Norris by 6.1 seconds. We know that McLaren will always be there, but Max Verstappen is keeping his name within the championship fight. It's another Max Verstappen victory in Formula One as the champagne sprays. Our top 3 in the World Championship are separated by 22 points, fewer than the prize we give out, 25, for winning a Grand Prix.
Didn't see this one coming, to be honest. Yeah, the car was a lot more balanced, I think, throughout the whole race, and yeah, that made me push a bit harder, I guess, on the tires, and that worked. Yeah, very, very happy. I think on both of the compounds, I think we're quite competitive, and I think that has been a while.
Yeah, I mean, a tough race, a long race. Kind of was going the way, then it goes away from you, and then it comes back. So just a bit of a race of patience today, which is always hard to prepare for. But I think we did a good job with the strategy, with going long in the first stint. I think the only downside is we just didn't have the pace to the Red Bull. They were very quick. Max was very quick today. And not only did we struggle on pace, but I think we also struggled just with the degradation of things too. So, you know, what was our biggest strength 2 weekends ago turned into not being good enough this weekend.
I mean, obviously a bit disappointed. It was a tough race. Yeah, not a lot of things went our way today. I think obviously turn 1 wasn't great from me, and then yeah. I think we decided to go one way with the strategy, and I don't think it was the right way in the end. But at that point, it seemed like a decent idea. So and then afterwards, pretty much every VSC and safety car was poorly timed. So yeah, just a tough race. I think to come out third is still okay, obviously, but yeah, not quite the afternoon we were looking for.
To drive in front of the Tifosi today, this weekend, has been, a highlight of the year so far, and there's a lot of pressure on us as a team with not struggling through the year so far with the car, and particularly with our qualifying. So to have such a strong race and to be moving forwards, making ground, it was such a great feeling, and I would say for me, I don't remember the last time I had a race like that where you're moving forwards. I'm sure there was one maybe last year, but this one's different, obviously, because I'm in the red car, and I haven't done that yet. So to finally have that connection, that synergy with the car today and progressing was a really great feeling.
On a pure race, we were fighting for P3, P4, but that's no safety cars. That's just a pure situation. Obviously, maybe a little bit lucky with the VSC, admittedly, but at the same time, got unlucky again on the last safety car. So yeah, back-to-back P5s and coming away today a bit disappointed, which is a bit strange to say. Yeah, I think maybe could have raced Charles a bit differently. Could have done a bit better there. Obviously lost out to Lewis, and then maybe could have been a bit more patient with my overtake to Charles. I was kind of honestly licking my lips. I thought I could even get Oscar up in front as well if such was the pace and the new tyres we had on the car. So yeah, very happy.